with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence for our men and women in the military who fight and protect our freedoms every day. Please be seated.
Notice requirements of the Open Public Meeting Law have been satisfied concerning this meeting. The Home News Tribune and the Star Ledger published the notices in the December 18, 2015 editions of their newspapers. It was also noted on the municipal board in the municipal building. In the roll call, Councilman Anderson, Councilwoman De Jesus,
Here.
Councilman Ficarra,
Here.
Councilman Major,
Here.
Councilwoman Meehan, Councilman Small, Councilman Spiller,
Here.
Vice President Delina, and President Trump.
Here.
Can I get a motion that the minutes from the regular meeting and work session of June 28, 2016 be approved as presented?
Make a motion. Second.
Got a motion properly seconded. Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Starting with letter A, this evening is an ordinance amending Chapter 7 entitled Traffic, the revised ordinance of the Township of Woodbridge regarding handicap parking for private residences on Maxwell Avenue and Clinton Avenue. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Make a motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter A only. Seeing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Letter B is an ordinance amendment as well. It does say it's traffic, but it is fire prevention. This is with regards to a no stopping and standing fire zone at 360 Cliff Road in Seawarren. Can I get a motion that the ordinance be taken on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Motion. Second.
Any comments or questions from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter B only. Seeing nobody at the microphone, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion. Second.
Any comments or questions from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. We have letters C, D is pulled, E, and F up for first reading ordinances. Can I get a motion that these ordinances be passed on first reading, published in the Home News Tribune on July 15, 2016, with notice of public hearing to be held on July 26, 2016 at 7 p.m.?
Motion. Second.
Any comments or questions from council?
I would like to make a comment on Ordinance C. Part of this bond ordinance is to do a project at the Woodbridge Park that I've been asking our administration for a while. It's a beautiful part of Woodbridge proper, and we want to keep it that way. So there's a few improvements, enhancements that we'd like to get done. So I wanted to thank the administration for incorporating this into this particular bond ordinance. The project will include some road widening, curbs, and resurfacing and repaving. So I wanted to thank you very much for putting that in the bond ordinance.
Any other comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. You have resolutions 1 through 33 in front of you. Can I get a motion to approve them by consent?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
We will now go into the public portion of the meeting. If anybody wishes to speak, you will go one by one to the microphone, announce your name, where you live, and comments are to be kept to 5 minutes. That's it. That's all you get is 5 minutes. If you need further time, you can always see us after the meeting. Give us your contact information, and we'll be happy to entertain any questions that you may have or any concerns. So.
Good evening, Council President George Travolta, Pope 1. Okay, with all this negative press the New Jersey Department of Transportation to be getting, I'd like to give a shout out to the crew that came and cleaned up over here. I'm sure you're over on Regina and Route 1 and Jansen. I mean, the place was a veritable mess, you know. You guys called, I think Council Major called. They came out there, they cleaned it up, they spiffed it up and everything like that. And, you know, it's going to look good for next year, you know.
I got a call to Councilman Major from someone that lives where Luna Bell is, right back there. And, you know, she was really discouraged and said, you know, she had been trying and she was hoping that they could come and finish out the project. So forwarded over to our administration, who forwarded over to the state. After several attempts to, you know, we've got assigned a project number, and they finally came over.
Oh, yeah, you got to hold a gun to their head to get them out
All
there.
the residents were very, very pleased. It looks really good.
Yeah, maybe you could get some businesses over there and businesses along the highways and stuff like that to adopt that area. I mean, you got the car dealers there, you got ShopRite and stuff like that. I mean, they don't have to keep it super spotless, but they have an adopt a highway program, and not for this year, but for next year. You know, have them come out there and, you know, do a little sweep up, litter pick up and stuff like that.
In that one area or all the way down?
All the thing in the township, the whole township. I mean, you know, it seems that you have to hold a gun literally to the New Jersey DOT's head before they come out.
They were pretty good, actually. You know, we just kept following up with them, and actually they came out full force. With you're the one who sent me the pictures of all the trucks.
I mean, they were there. You know, I was visiting a friend over there. Yeah, something like that. Pretty good.
Yes.
Okay, and the gazebo over by that park over there. Was it Anderson Park over there by the Moki Plaza?
Oh, Muchi Plaza?
Plaza, over here, Somebody punched out the things, man. You know, it's pretty sad what they did. They busted up the rail, and somebody did put a table out there, and you know, it looks good. But you know, I hope you tie that table down. Whoever put that table there, because the price of scrap is phenomenal, and you know, tie it down, put a chain there, and make sure nobody grabs it and stuff like that. On that number F or whatever we got with the revised ordinances for the decorum debacle that's going to be in here, is it going to be available for public viewing, or
I'm
you're
sorry?
Keep it? Huh?
I don't know what your question is. The
Rules of
decorum?
procedure, F.
Okay.
Ordinances, yeah.
So that is because we amended it. We made some changes and we added to it to be sure that the decorum of our council meetings is kept.
All right, yeah.
We're going to post it on the website.
Post on the website?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
Maybe you put a little, you know, like a little area for caution tape and stuff like that, you know, put it around the person like that, you know, and this way keep the ne'er-do-wells and stuff like that away in a little area like that. So let's see what's happening. How are we doing on ammunition? We got enough ammunition over here in town? You know what I'm talking about?
We are prepared.
We're prepared?
I don't think that's an area.
Don't go too much into depth and stuff like that, but you know, it's a sad thing to say that in this world we do live in, that this type of mentality we have to have, and you know, it's really nasty and stuff. And let's see, right now. Lastly, the thing, nothing on a police officer, huh? Over in thing yet? No, nothing. Nobody wants to talk about it. I understand.
Do you have anything else, Mr. Tribaka?
Not really, but
Okay.
we'll see what
Next,
happens.
does anyone else want to speak?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Going by Anthony Operator here last meeting in regards to Port Reading, the 171 Crossroads Lane.
Right.
We had Councilman Spiller come out. Thank you very much for listening to my concerns, everyone here, thank you. Since he was there, he took some pictures of his own. We've had one more incident which I had brought to light before about them spilling diesel back there. I forwarded the councilman some more pictures and also a video of them working on the cars and them spilling diesel fuel off the car. It's about, I would say, 2 houses further away from mine, but the smell was bad enough that we had to cancel the kids from being outside, being in the pool. Now, I know you guys are working diligent. Thank everyone for listening and taking the time, but something's got to be taken care of. I know you're on it, and I appreciate the time that you're putting forward and keeping me filled in. I'm letting you guys know that I've called the EPA, also sent them the video, showing them spilling diesel fuel. Their question was, did the township know about it? Have you informed the township? And at that time, no, I didn't. So they did inform Mr. Spiller. And after this conversation, I guess the rest is up to you people what to do with it. But like I said before, I knew what I did when I bought the house. Not having a complaint about that. It's just gotten to a point where it's out of control. So again, thank you all for listening to me. I appreciate the time you gave me, especially Mr. Spiller. Hopefully we can get something done.
Okay.
And thanks.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Alfieri. Just like the gentleman said, I was at his house, and you know, it's quite disturbing. Oil particles in the pool, the overgrown vegetation, the poison ivy, the rail cars with the profanity on it. We all saw it firsthand with pictures. I saw it firsthand. It's, you know, it's not,
Okay.
it's, you know.
We're working on it then.
I formed the administration, and I can empathize with you, but we are definitely working on it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. All right.
One where, you know, if I have to write a petition, I'm not threatening anybody, that's not the cause of
We
it.
have all supported you in
I appreciate, that's why I said thank you, and the only reason I'm here is
so
to
we're
thank
working
you.
on that. So
Thank you very much for your time and efforts.
Okay.
Are there any other comments from the public tonight? Motion that the public portion of this meeting be closed.
Motion? Second.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Okay. We'll now go into the agenda portion of the meeting. I will start number 4, Downtown Merchants Association. The Downtown Cars Cruise is scheduled for Wednesday, July 20th. Starts at 6 and goes till 9 on Main Street in Woodbridge. They had one in June, the third Wednesday in June, and it was a huge success from what I hear. Number 12, Parker Press concerts are going strong, have been very good. Thursday nights we're over at Tansman Park, and we have our local bands, and then Sunday we have our country bands over in Parker Press. The Buy Local program, encouraging everyone to download the free app. If you have any questions or concerns, you can contact Casey at buylocalapp@twp.woodbridge.nj.us. He sits in the mayor's office on the 3rd floor. And one more announcement, the PACE program, which stands for the Program for the Advancement of Children's Education. Parents, teachers, and the school principal at School 28 in Seawarren have 40% of their children as special education students. And this program helps the entire spectrum of children enrolled in the school's various special education curriculum. And they're proud to announce that they're celebrating their 50 years anniversary, and they're having a dinner on Thursday, July 28th. And if you'd like to attend, or if you have any questions and you need more details, you can contact Parent Sue Bourdin at 908-451-3627. Thank you. Councilman Anderson?
Hi, Council President. Thank you very much. I apologize for my tardiness. We were in the 4th inning, and the game got really interesting, and I was trying to make my way over here and time it perfectly.
Thank you for coming.
It didn't happen. Thank you very much. I would like to announce with the WTRC, the Pop Warner programs are actively recruiting. Please check with the Township Recreation Department if you are looking for we have 5 Pop Warner programs. We have 5 youth football and cheer programs, the Forest Bearcats, the St. Cecilia's Knights, Colonia Patriots, Island Giants, and the Port Reading Saints. Speaking of the Port Reading Saints, they are hosting an event for Barons for Ben. You've heard before. I've been supporting this young man in our town, and this organization is having, I'm sorry to steal your thunder, Councilman, Touchdowns for Ben. It will be this Saturday, July 17th, 100 Saints Boulevard. It's an entry fee of $20 per player, and you can check with eBoard at portreadingsaints.com for more details, but all proceeds will be going to Ben Lepisto and his family. And I'd like to announce that the Independent Club of Colonia will be having their yard sale, and if you wish to get a table, It's at 149 Delaware Avenue. That will be this Saturday also, beginning at 9 a.m. I'm happy to announce that the Woodbridge Township Hall of Fame has selected their 2016 inductees. Those names will be released shortly. And we had a large group of candidates that came in. We feel very confident that the ones that were selected were very deserving of this year. For next year, if you'd like to submit a name again, in January, we will be accepting names for the 2017 ballots, and I will be announcing when where those can be picked up at. Regarding the job bank, there have been some new additions to the job bank. Please go to the township website and click on the Employment Opportunity Center. And you can, if you are out of work right now and you're looking, please consider the job bank. There are a number of testimonials of people that have been successful with getting the work through there. Mr. Samaluka, on the drive-in movies, are we in the selection process right now? Okay.
We are. They'll be for late August.
Late August?
Yep.
Okay. So stay tuned. We have the drive-in movies at the Woodbridge Community Center coming up very soon. All right. Thank you very much. That's all I have.
Thank you. Councilman Major?
Thank you, Council President. Item 1 on my agenda, the area road projects. Again, I continue to be extremely pleased observing the roads that have been done. Project appears to have really gone along well, and I'm also very appreciative that there was some additional funding that was able to be put together for Worth Street. Worth Street in Island is one of the more heavily traveled roads, and it also has 2 schools on it, middle school and a high school, with the school buses and a lot of parents. So it's good to see that will be given some attention. I'd just like to ask, are we fixed right now on what area will be covered? Scott, perhaps you know?
For Worth Street?
Yeah.
The entire lane.
Entire lane, that's great. Unfortunately, in the original development, the developers really didn't put any stone course down there or any course aggregate. And so we sort of paid a price for that, and I'm glad to see that that'll be remedied. Scott, can you just comment? I know some of the areas that already had curb cuts previously put in, they've been torn out and redone. Is there a new standard? Is there a reason for redoing those curb cuts?
The standard has been upgraded recently. There's a slight change in the ADA standard.
Okay, good. Thank you. Also, I'd like to thank the administration and particularly the inspectors that have gone out to some of the areas in Island for both their prompt response and diligent response to some of the quick actions taken on complaints that I've had from some residents or items that I've seen myself. I would like to ask that we pay some particular attention on Oak Tree Road. There are some dumpsters on Oak Tree Road that are overflowing with trash outside the dumpster, which is against our ordinance. Certainly from a business standpoint, not very appetizing to pull into a lot and see that. And from a quality of life standpoint, it's really something that needs some attention. I know back a ways we used to have the task force go out to some of the troubled areas where we were having issues, and I'm wondering if the administration would consider doing that again in this particular area. I know also, for our liquor license every year, we meet with the people so that they all know the ground rules. Perhaps we need to meet with some of the business owners so that they know the ground rules associated with this. I would like to suggest we consider that.
I just wanted to mention that I had a situation here in my ward with regard to the dumpsters similar, and I reached out to administration, and Department of Health went there, and it was finished pretty quickly. They are given the rules and regulations, so maybe they could go out and just remind them, those businesses.
And they've done that on numerous occasions and have gotten very good results, but I think it just needs to
Be reminded.
reminded.
Okay, thank you.
know, certainly, some of these businesses are making a lot of money, and if they need to have an additional
Bigger
pickup,
one or
they should
addition,
schedule
yeah.
additional pickup.
Yep.
Along those lines, another area, the motel on Route 1 in Island, the Days Inn, there's trash out in front alongside of Route 1 again. They were cited for that just a little while back, and they seem to cooperate. But we ought to take a look at that, and I'm not convinced that some of those trucks that are parked there are just residents staying at the hotels. So I'd like to see if we can get out there and take a look at that. The bank stabilization project, we make any progress dealing with the county in terms of their funding, and is there any muscle that we can add to try to get our case heard?
We, Councilman, in the bond that you introduced tonight, we put forth our share of the initial project cost, and we've reached out to the county and asked them if they would sit down with us and explore further a real solution. That discussion has not taken place yet, but as a sign of good faith, we have, or you will, when that bond is passed, appropriate at least the initial phase of the design.
I appreciate that. That's at least we're doing everything we can on our part. Okay. And Mr. Mitch, if you would please note item 2 on my agenda, and that's all I have this evening, Council President. Thank you.
Councilman Ficarra?
Thank you, Madam President. A few items. Number 1, the Woodbridge Community Center. Summertime promotions, the Skyland mini golf and the batting cages behind the community center up on the hill are wonderful this time of year. There always seems to be a nice breeze back there. Great family opportunities. As far as summer camps are concerned at our community center, which is the mecca of health and wellness in Woodbridge Township, and our Highland Grove camp are both going on. There is limited space available. Also, Highland Grove Pool and Spray Park and Bowtie Pool still have room for families or individuals to join and have some outside fun in the water. If you prefer inside, of course, we have a wonderful pool at our community center. They are still accepting applications for preschool registration for the upcoming school year. There's full day and half day. And there's also school-age program for kindergarten before and after school. This is all involving the Woodbridge Community Center. Very easily found at njwcc.com, New Jersey Woodbridge Community Center.com, and a phone number of 732-596-4196. Moving to my item 1A, senior recreation. I've been promoting the Senior Olympics, our September 9th, 10th, and 11th. It is a qualifying year, so if you take the top 2 spots, you can move on to competition in Birmingham, Alabama, which is next June. The special offer to Woodbridge seniors of $5 getting into 3 events is still available. That's a $25 savings, and this is the 10th anniversary of Woodbridge Township hosting the New Jersey Senior Olympics. I'm going to move all the way down to my item 5, the Mayor's Wellness Initiative. We had a very successful but hot pizza run down at the Woodbridge Township waterfront. It was a tremendous day. We had nearly 300 runners. Thanks to all of the residents in the area that accepted the runners with open arms. Many of them were out there with support and hoses trying to keep people cool. I'd be neglect if I didn't thank Jeff Z and the entire crew from the club at Woodbridge, Rob and his team from the Runners High. Pat Kenny and the PD did an outstanding job protecting the runners. Our CERT guys and gals were incredible. The Mayor's Advisory Committee, all the volunteers did an outstanding job. Interesting enough, I have in my hand the top 75 to cross the finish line, and 25 of the top 75 were from Woodbridge Township. So that speaks volumes about the health and the commitment of people in our town to doing healthy things. The Next big run in Woodbridge Township is our annual Crossroads race, which is not only a big event here in Woodbridge Township, but a statewide event. It is Sunday, September 4th. It is always the Sunday before Labor Day. It's a 5K and a 10K run. And then not too far right after that, on Sunday, September 25th, is the Tour to Woodbridge. There's a 30-mile run and there's a 15, and it's not a race. It's just a tour. So it's a great opportunity to get out and recreate. And there is opportunity for sponsorship there. If any of our businesses are watching and you're interested in health and wellness, the Tour to Woodbridge. And the benefactor this year is our Woodbridge Township Buddy Ball for children with special needs. And so if you're either a believer in health and wellness, bicycling in your community, or a supporter of Woodbridge Buddy Ball and you're interested, please contact me. And then finally, of course, our fireworks were on Sunday the 3rd. They were outstanding. I think the most incredible thing, Director Hubner, is the PD somehow managing to get all those cars on that peninsula and then in an orderly fashion getting them off. Everywhere there was an opportunity to turn right or left, and you had to think, there was an officer there to guide you. So it was a smooth operation, made it a lot of fun, and thank you very much. That's all I have, Council President. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Meehan?
Thank you, Council President. My agenda is in order. I just have 2 announcements for upcoming events. Again, Colonia is having their Colonia Day on the 30th of July. It's a wiffle ball tournament. Still room. If you don't want to play wiffle ball, you're welcome to come down, join the community, come have some food. We'll have entertainment, a bouncy house for the kids, and it should be a nice day. Also, we are going to be doing on August 28th a basketball tournament. It'll be a 3-on-3, and it'll be held at Charlie Shaughnessy Park on August 28th. It begins at 9 o'clock. The check-in begins at 9 o'clock, and the games begin at 10 o'clock. It's $20 a player, and we'll move around throughout Colonia for the different courts. There'll also be food and entertainment at this event. And I just wanted to give a shout-out to our 2 Woodbridge Township Olympians, John Carlson for hockey and Dagmar Wisnowski from Avenel for fencing. They're going to be representing the United States. I think that's just wonderful.
So exciting. I wondered if Dagmar, because she was in last time, right? I remember she was here.
Yeah.
Great.
And then John is from Colonia, and he'll be representing us for hockey.
That's wonderful.
So,
great.
That's it.
Great news. Councilwoman De Jesus.
Thank you, Madam President. Item number 6 are police community relations. Our community affairs division will be at the Junior Police Academy for the next 2 weeks. And I want to commend the parents for taking the initiative to sign up their kids so that they can learn how our police department works. And I want to put it out there, too, for the adults that are interested in learning about our police department, that there is a senior police academy every year that you can sign up for. Item number 9, my Hispanic Heritage Festival. I'm happy to announce that this year it will take place on Sunday, September 25th from 12 to 6 at Parker Press. This is a community day where you can learn about the Hispanic culture, enjoy the music, enjoy the food. So it's a free event, so I'm asking everyone to just come out and have a good time. And item number 10, Barron Art Center, they are having their opening reception for the Liberated Strings, which will be July 22nd at 7:30 p.m. at the Barron Art Center. And on August 26th at 7:30, they will present the New Jersey Guitar Experiences in Music and Art, Latin jazz guitarist David Oquendo. Again, that's August 26th at 7:30. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Spiller.
Thank you, Council President. Item number 2 on my agenda, I'd just like to remind everyone about the underpass mural. The art teachers are more than happy to have volunteers come down to help out. That's Monday through Friday between the hours of 11 and 1. That's the Avenel Street underpass. I know there were a good amount of parents and children there this week. It was nice to see helping out. Looks like we're going to have a great stretch of weather, so come on down and grab a brush. I would like to also thank the administration and Director Hubner. I've had several residents reach out to me. We're very pleased at how safe the area is from basically an hour before to an hour after the entire day. It's completely coned off, marked units and traffic maintenance. Really, you see it as you're coming down. It clicks you in your mind. So something's going on over here, and then so they reached out. I just wanted to acknowledge you. Thank you. Item number 13, I just wanted to give an update on the Avenel Street paving project. As per the New Jersey Department of Transportation, all construction funded by the state was required to be shut down until further notice. The Avenel Street paving project is funded by the state through our local aid grant program, so we need to follow the state's order in order to receive the grant money. In all, a total of $382,368 grant money was approved by the state to the township, so we have to adhere. We were able to get all the handicap ramps 100% completed within the scope of the project between Routes 1 and 9 and St. George Avenue. Once we receive okay from the state, the work at Avenel Street will resume to complete the remaining construction. I would like to stress that the first layer of pavement was put down, which is pretty huge in that the drivers will not have to be driving on a milled road for the near future. And just one other announcement, Snapple Bowl 2016 is upon us. That will be Saturday, July the 21st. It is mycentraljersey.com Snapple Bowl number 23. Woodbridge High School, 7 p.m. July 21st. The participants are for recently graduated seniors from Union and Middlesex County. The benefits, all proceeds from the game, which has raised more than $535,000 since its inception, benefits the Children's Specialized Hospital and the Lakeview School, a program of the New Jersey Institute for Disabilities. You can purchase tickets through practice, which is Monday through Thursday, July...
I'm happy for my husband.
I'm sorry, on 7/21. And you can purchase the tickets during practice between 6 and 8, $10 a piece.
Good.
Rest of that. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Mr. Mitch?
Thank you. My agenda is in order, Madam President.
Okie dokie. Mr. Landolfi?
Thank you, Council President. A few items this evening. First is we'll have before you at the next meeting a resolution to obtain an architect to conduct a feasibility study to convert and create a Woodbridge Historical Museum. Also have a resolution authorizing a master lease for phone maintenance upgrades, and also a resolution for the purchase of telephone system upgrades. A couple of housekeeping items: tax overpayment, sewer overpayment, refund, parking permit refund, and a cancellation of the tax sale lien. And not on my agenda tonight, but I just wanted to mention to you, and we've talked about a little bit in the past, it's actually funded in the bond ordinance that you introduced this evening. We have a joint pistol range with the County of Middlesex. There's some improvements we'd like to undertake there. We're hopeful that we're going to have an agreement with the County of Middlesex to present to you at the next meeting, where we would take the lead in providing those improvements and split the cost 50-50 with the county. That's all I have, Council President.
Thank you, Council President. I have the addition of 2 handicap parking spaces, one on Pikeview Lane in Woodbridge, and the others on Emmett Avenue in Hope Lawn. Thank you.
I don't have anything tonight. Thank you, Council President.
Nothing this evening. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Council President. In addition to our standard biweekly refund resolutions, we'll also, in all likelihood, have some amendments and updates to our ongoing litigation with regard to COA and affordable housing. So we'll be probably presenting updates to those resolutions and ordinances. Thank you. Thank you.
Director Henry?
Thank you, Council President. Just one announcement tonight. I want to remind the residents that Woodbridge Township will be hosting county paper shred next Saturday, July 23rd from 9 to 12. Get there as early as possible, because as soon as the truck is full, that end terminates the event. Thank you.
Meeting adjourned.